Hey everybody, welcome back inside the stash. What we're going to be doing with this video is starting a series that is going to follow along with a specific build. People have watched me talk on the live stream and stuff like that, know that I have like 6 or 7 things going on, and why not build something else, right? Um, and I liked what Hunter did with his step-by-step, but I don't want to make an 80-part series. Which I mentioned this one the last time I talked about this. This is not throwing shade at Hunter in any way, shape, or form. Consider him a friend. Look forward to seeing him again up here in March at the IPMS show. But I just don't want to film it all. It has nothing to do with what the content or anything to do with that. It's really, I don't want to do all that work. So this is going to be more of a follow along type of series, if you will. More of a behind the scenes insight as to what I do, why I do it, and that sort of things. And that's going to revolve around one specific build rather than bouncing around a bunch of different other stuff. Now, that's like I say, I'm not working on any of the other stuff. I'll continue to work on it, and every now and then I'll probably do a sort of a whole, like bench update to let you know where I'm at with all of the other things that are going on. But this will be a dedicated series to this model kit. Now, I sat around here and I poked at stuff for the better part of, I don't know, a week and a half since I came up with this idea. And I kind of don't want to let Hunter wind out his series too at the same time, because I didn't want to, be trying to compete with it. And I know he's 2 parts away from being done. And I wanted to build something that I wanted to build, first of all. That's a big key to doing any kind of series on a build, is something you want to build rather than what people want to see you build, which is not to say that I hate my audience, but, anybody who joins a group build and then realizes they don't want to build what the group build is building, yeah, we've all been there more than once. I think there was a great video series that HobbyLink Japan did. Got to be 3 years old at this point, maybe even older, where it's called Boss Builds, where the guy who owns HobbyLink Japan and several of the upper management all picked kits, actually had kits picked for them by people that, online. Scott, the guy that owns HobbyLink Japan, ended up doing like a survey as to what he was going to build, and he ended up building the Tamiya Lexus sports car, the supercar, the LFA. And it ended up taking him longer to build it than everybody else did, because he built it for a while, and then he realized he didn't really want to build a car, because he builds sort of everything. And that was his great word of advice, was if you're going to build something for the internet, don't pick something you want to build, don't let people pick for you. And so, like I said, I want to build something that was interesting to me, feel that it would be interesting to the audience, as well as, or audience, to you guys. We've never really done a third person kind of thing here. It's always been personal. So this is something to be interesting to you guys, as well as something you may have not seen built before, but it would still like hold everybody's interest, right? I could pull off any number of milquetoast Toyota sedans and build one, and it'll be literally the first one you've ever seen, probably. And it would instantaneously lose everyone's attention, like one episode in, because, okay, it's a great big 4-door Toyota. Huzzah. I'll tune in when it's done. Let me know. When it comes down to it, if this is a successful series, I have my next project after this picked out as far as what I like to do for YouTube in general. Sort of, if like I said, if this is successful, I enjoy producing it, you enjoy watching it, I will do a domestic kit. This is going to be an import, just because, for my own sort of personal well-being and headspace, if you will, I need something I know is going to go together. Talking to a few different people about this whole idea, my major concern was completely and totally effing something up in the project and having to sort of go, haha, sorry guys, this doesn't fit, and I give up. So I went with something that like I said, fit the criteria. It was going to be something I could build, something that I would enjoy building, and something I think you guys would enjoy seeing built. So what I've decided to go with on this is this kit from Tamiya. This is 2015 retool, minor retool of their earlier Honda S600 kit from, I want to say it was the 1980s. The issue I have of it is 1997, but I want to say it's older than that. This is, like I said, came out in 2015, and is the S600 which is the previous car before that. Now, the difference between the S800 and the S600 are the CC engine size. One is 600, one is 800. Technically, the 800 was 791, but who's counting? Also, the difference between the two in terms of what you're doing on them is the S600 and the S800 have different front grills, and then the S800 has sort of a power bulge on the hood. The taillight areas are also different, which I'm not sure. I can't actually. I don't know if I have decal references on the same page or not, but you see the, whoops, there we go. The back ends, the taillight area is different as well, with this being the S800, this being the S600. So there are a couple of little differences there. But other than that, 97% of this kit shares all of its parts with the original. This was almost a no-brainer retool for Tamiya in the terms of they had to tool up a hood, a grill, and some taillights, and that's it. I mean, the wheels are the same. There's just a different painting treatment on the S800 than there is on the S600. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a build series. Again, it's not going to be a 100-part series. It may only be like 10 or 5 or 4 or 2, who knows, about this kit. Next video out will be a review, out-of-the-box review of the kit as we go into it. I've started building my S800, which is the reason I decided to do this rather than the S800. And I wanted to start fresh, basically start over, as it were. I don't have very much of the S800 built. I think I have the engine built, and that's pretty much it. But other than that, actually, looks like the wheels are a little bit different now that I'm looking at it. Looks like in addition to the wheels having 2 different painting treatments, the wheels themselves, if I can stop playing hide and go seek with myself here, these are a 5-spoke up here. These are a 4-spoke down here. So there's that as well. But I think that, I guess they are different. They share the same part number. How about that? But so what I said, next thing we're going to do is another box review of this. We're going to be doing this in white, like the box art. This car came in either white or red, and then several other colors were added later in its production run. But the really good reference photos I have of it are a white car, so that's what we're going to do. And I'm okay with the white. It's a pure white, which is I have in stock as far as spray paint cans go, so I can paint it without any big issues that way. And like I said, next video will be a review, and it will not be a 45-minute review. I'm going to try to keep it, basic, since you're going to watch me build it anyway. So anyway, guys, we hope you enjoy watching this new series. Be a little something different for me. Obviously we do a news show here, and it will be, like I said, a little different. A little more. I've had a lot of people ask me to see builds and to see me building and to see my finished builds and stuff like that. So I'm going to cater to you guys a little bit in that respect and see what you think. So anyway, guys, see you on the other side.